got no idea. When I say it's tears to it, whatever, man. I ain't even about to. Yeah, friendship off a call, they kill my cousin. I just talked to B. You just got your daughter, keep it cool. Leave that in the streets.
So TIERS, let's go first impressions.
I turned it off because I cried. But yeah, because I lost my grandma January 1st. So this shit was like, I was like, shut it down. Shut it. Like after the third song, that interlude. Yeah, I was like, this is rough. That was my first impression. That was my first.
I heard it and I was like, I don't talk to this nigga like that. Why does he know my life? Like that's what fucked me up. I was like, why does this nigga... Like, am I like that transparent? Niggas just know me? Like, I felt naked and I was like, nah, I gotta gather myself.
It was definitely a lot of listen to it, come back to it, listen to it, come back to it, just because it was so much, it was so heavy
personal.
and so.
Yeah, you just.
And like, to me, I love this album because I low-key feel represented in a way. Because,
absolutely.
Like when we first met, actually, first time we had the very first podcast, we were literally turning 30 and I was going through all of that shit. Mm-hmm. Like, how can I be in love when I got $5 on this debit card type shit?
Yeah.
Like, how can I be successful and still like other shit that I'm not worried about? So like, it was just awesome to learn about credit, all of that. Mm-hmm. I really felt like this is from a perspective that we don't really hear about often. Mm-hmm. And so like, and I like it because like Identity, I felt like was sort of similar. And I compared the two just because to me they both feel like they're equally as impactful.
They're both hand in hand in my book.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's Identity too, but it's you can tell
like, Identity and then it's Tears.
Yeah.
So,
Yo. My fault. I just got.
Wow.
Yeah, that look just took that.
Okay. That's tough.
Yeah.
Put that mind blown emoji over that nigga face.
That's crazy.
That shit just threw me off. So yeah, that confirmed a lot of I forgot what the talk about. Yeah.
It's grown ass man music. Like I was listening to it and I was like, oh, this is real. This is
thoughts over 30.
Yeah. I don't smoke it. I wanted to light a cigarette up. Like this nigga spitting. I just
I swear to God.
Yeah, man. Whew. It's definitely it's funny that you not funny, but I'm happy that you said that it like felt like it represented us. You know what I'm saying? This is for the fellas, man. You know, I love making music for the ladies, but like this one is like for the niggas, the homies.
Because for me, like the overall theme was like coming to terms with knowing that there's stuff that you don't know. Yeah. Like you don't know what you don't know. Right. And it was well articulated from beginning to end of the project across a number of, like we said, everything that we've been through.
Yeah.
And so like, how difficult was it trying to like what I'm trying to say? So like, what has the feedback been like? What did you expect people to pull from it with it being so like personal? Like, I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm rambling now.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. I just knew that I had to say it. You feel me? I had to get it off my chest. And when it comes to music, I always put myself first, regardless of what anybody says or whatever. Like, if I feel like I need to say something, then I'm gonna say it. You feel me? Obviously, because you got records like TEAH and Nah. Almost dissed the rapper. I dissed the rapper. Like, if I need to say something, I'm gonna say it. And I'm gonna feel proud about it when I do. And I'm very proud of this project too. Yeah. So everything that just going into this new age and even dropping it on my birthday was just like by design, no pun intended. But yeah, like I just needed to say it. Like everybody's been telling me that it's been good. They appreciate everything that they heard, but you know, like going into it, I had no idea. Like I was really blind. It was just for me, for real. You know what I'm saying? And then Dev was feeling the stuff that was being said, so really it was for us. So then now I'm sitting here thinking about it, like it's for all the niggas, all the homies.
Yeah, it's crazy because it chronicled like different songs gave glimpses at different phases of life from like 16, 17 all the way up to current, and it's like, damn, like when it hit, it just hit. You just sit there like, damn, I was down bad like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's crazy. The crazy thing about it too is like people don't even get to make it to have them thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking for the people that didn't even get to make it. You feel me? Like my family members that I lost over these past couple of years. God bless the dead. But they still living through me. You feel me? like I'm thinking for them too, and I wish they could have these thoughts, or I wish I could coach them through these thoughts that they could be prevented from having, but they're not here with us no more. So.
Right.
Or even just, you know, people who don't get to evolve to your point of, you know, different point, like even the I think the album showcases a lot of evolution too. It's like I was here, but here, you know what I'm saying? And even being able to like have a frame of mind and look back and be like, you know, hindsight, like we gotta appreciate hindsight, like going through stuff and being able to look back and be like, this is where I was, this is how, you know, this is how I felt, this is how I thought at one point, and being able to even recognize like the beauty in that, like
for sure,
it's growth. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So what was it like for you, Deb, listening to it, watching putting it all together, and like, because with it being like really, really personal, is there stuff that you guys learned about each other working so close to? Because like a lot of these beats feel tailored for the exact subject matter of each song, even like when it flips and like all of that. So, what was it tough putting it together from like a producer standpoint?
I won't say tough. I just think I think we both was just real. You just gotta be. It was just mindful, like just because of the content. Not only the content, just because of where we, you know, where we was, you know, where we are. You know what I'm saying? As like, you know, men and just trying to navigate life and putting together a project and understanding that life is happening. You know, in the background, like it was certain things that like, you know, certain topics I knew we would have to touch on, like he said, just for like therapy, you know what I'm saying? Like this is just us, you know, getting it down. So for me, producer role is like wanting to make sure that's done right, you know what I'm saying, and make sure it's not you know, not shortchanged in any way, like still treat it with the, you know, you still want it to be musically pleasing and like have all that to it, but still like just get to the kind of just the raw emotion of it too, you know what I'm saying? So just balancing that, I won't say it was difficult, but it was definitely something to be mindful of, you know what I'm saying? As he's like, all right, I want to talk about this now, I'm you know, and rewriting and trying to figure out the best way to like get what's in here out to the world, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of that same, just kind of matching that same energy, same level of care, you know what I'm saying? Just making sure that that's presented the right way. So.
Yeah, because I remember I was watching the interview that you guys did. You said there's music to heal to and music to chill to, and I felt like this album is like, it definitely is a perfect blend of that.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I think it's I don't know, it's a beautiful body of work. Obviously, I'm biased, but I mean, for what I know, you know what I'm saying, it took to get this project out, you know what I'm saying, and what it means to Trig and, you know what I'm saying, the people in our circle, like I'm proud of how we put it together. So how you put it together. I more or less just, you know what I'm saying, just I'm more
very humble because produces a lot. He got a verse on here too.
I mean, I of course had a hand in it, but you know, this is his this is as raw as TrigNO as you gonna get, which is saying a lot because I don't feel like he ever really leaves much on the table, you know what I'm saying? He always puts it all into the music and puts at least, you know what I'm saying, who he is into the music. So I don't think that was ever a question. So I don't think there's anything new there. I just think this level of just, you know, level of manhood and just being vulnerable with it is maybe a new notch, if you will. But
was it difficult being this vulnerable on this new record? Like as far as like the whole album being that raw? Pulling that shit out.
I mean, it's kind of half and half for real. Like, I'm used to like talking about me, but it was really these are like journal entries. You feel me? So I call this album for me as a answered cry for help. You know what I'm saying? So I've never been the type to act like I'm just too good for anybody to help me or anything like that. If I know I can get out of something myself, I'm gonna do it. But if I know I can't, then I'm hitting God first, and then I'm gonna hit up whoever I can. You know what I'm saying? But it really wasn't that hard as far as like just writing the songs. But you know, as far as trying to stop overthinking about what people was gonna say after they hear some of the bars in there, and that part is kind of tough. You know, there was some songs that we had to rewrite because it was just too personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Almost to the point where we like pretty much saying people's names.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, well, Dev was kind of the in the middle, in between of that. Like, yeah, let's rethink this one. You feel me? So I went back and I rewrote a couple of them tracks. Like, actually, I want to say about four of them got some edits in them, but yeah, and some tracks just didn't make it at all. It was just too much. Like, it was just way too much.
For it to be too much on this album, I guess.
You have no idea.
Because like, there's something on here, I'm like, that's
you have no idea.
But you know, I think we again just kind of treating it for like what it was, like, you know, realizing we got this creative space, man, to like you can really do what you want to with it, and sometimes it means like just bearing it all in a song, even if it's just something that stays in the stash. Like, at least you got it out.
That's what I was about to say. Get it out.
Yeah, at least you got it out. You know what I'm saying? And if it works for whatever, cool. But you know, just realizing that that's a dope outlet to be able to have. That's probably the biggest thing I learned from this. Like, that's of course we understand that just being creatives. Like, of course you can create through it, but just realizing that everything ain't got to be for everybody. Some stuff is just for you. That's a dope. That's a dope option to have. Not everybody, you know, not many people are able to tap in or have access to tap into like whatever that thing is. You know what I'm saying? So to have an outlet like that is, you know, a gift.
for sure. It definitely is powerful because I think this album, like in its totality, it made me address some of my personal shit I've done and like kind of forced growth.
Yeah.
And like just to be able to have that art and how, as we talk about it, like how it impacted everybody in a different way. Like to me, that's like the dopest thing about this album.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what makes this really, really special because everybody can relate to this.
I think that's really, it's dope hearing y'all say that because I listen to it like knowing, you know, having a friendship and then listen to it from a musical standpoint, and I'm like, man, like I'm pulling something from this, like, and this ain't even necessarily my journey or my story, like play for play. So to hear that in the group, you know, in a room full of the other gentlemen, like, it's what's up. It lets me know that like some of the vulnerability and some of the stuff we was trying to do, just, you know, and not even always intentionally, but just how it came to be, like. The fact that it resonates with other people. You know?
So I just want to say, I'm saying that I just want to thank y'all for this album because like it's a lot. It was an album we didn't know we needed for real. And that's
listeners and viewers.
Wasn't ready.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Turn it on. Close your eyes. You're going to put yourself in every scenario that Trig goes on in every song because it's gonna hit you because these are so. Like you said, as a black man, this is something we have all experienced.
Oh, it's so close to home,
bro. So you gonna feel it, you gonna vibe, but it's gonna speak to the soul. You like, ooh shit, ooh shit.
This album, it catches you like the intro. It started off hard, but then before you know it, you're caught up emotionally. Like it sneak up on you. Right around track 2, 3, but we'll get into that.
Don't listen to get you on track 1. What you mean,
Hold on, I'm gonna do a quick check.
No, because he said put them all in one room and they all weeped about a loved one's absence. You know what I mean? Just the different people. So it's like literally everybody goes through that one point in life. So it's like no matter what you're going through, I was like, oh nigga, fuck out of here, bro. You on some bullshit? Okay.
I ain't even come here for that today.
I came here for bars, nigga. What you doing, bro? So it literally like it just hit. It just hit. So yeah. It's so just relatable because you're going through. I don't think it's dichotomy. I don't think that's the right word for it. But you literally people. No, I don't think search.
Talk your shit, Ken.
I don't think that's the right word though. So don't quote me. People helping you out of all the shit, like
the perspective of it, because the
way
it was framed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. These
like,
are people on the outside see these people as bad people, but they come to you in your time of need, and so it's all perspective.
Like this is how they show love. Like,
It's, I mean, even with that, like those are some of the best people I know. You know,
Absolutely.
You know, there was a scammer actually did come to an event that I was teaching dance for. There's a fundraiser, and actually my cousin had passed away, and he was a part of that event, and I kind of just filled in after that because I was already a part of it, but I didn't have like his stance in the event. And then somebody came and he just handed me, you know, $100. Didn't even take the class. I was just like, oh dang. And he's a dancer too, you feel me? So and I just felt that love, you feel me? I don't know, he's not doing it now, but I'm not snitching.
Allegedly.
But yeah, you know, ex-drug dealers, them is some of the best people I know.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, for real, you know, because back in the day, they had to do what they had to do. And they know what it's like for somebody that's like trying to grind and do it. They have a different appreciation for somebody who's doing it the legal way. So they like, oh yeah, let me look out for you, young brother.
Keep you out of this shit.
Yeah. So like it's just different, man. Like we really have to check ourselves. And that goes for everybody, people who are higher up, people who are below, who are in the middle. Like, don't just judge a book by its cover. You don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know what they're doing on the daily. Like, you really gotta give people grace.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's real. That is real. Before we deep dive into the tracks, you got a favorite track on the album?
It was Ricochet for a minute. But it's probably still Ricochet right now.
Okay.
Ricochet is just like sonically just some of the craziest music I ever heard. You know, just the layers of the music, the choices of instruments that he chose to put on there. They got some knock to it. The vocals is on point. The lyrics are like straightforward, but they're still creative. That's just a perfect song to me, for real.
What's up?
What about you, Dad?
Switches, man. Lately I've been in a hidden validation, grace of God bag. Just, I don't know, man. They self-explanatory. If you tapped in, tapped
for
in.
sure. Oh, for sure. Grace of God. Just everything, man. I just love the way, you know, grace of God in particular. I feel like it just kind of captured. It was like a good, like, ribbon on the project. It just kind of, it's a chef's kiss.
Yeah, just kind of captured everything. Like, I know that's one of the songs that had like several different versions of it. All the versions are fire, by the way. Like the verses did a couple revamps on the verses, and all the verses are like as far as what it means to be like a dope song. That body of song, like they all go there for me. Production wise, it went through a couple different iterations, and so that's just one of those joints that I'm real proud of. It's still heavy, and then hidden validation is just that real talk, man. And like, you know, when parents, you know, you can do that, you can do that away, and it looks one way, but you can also, like, I think pay respects to like your people your loved ones on track, and it just be done, and it's just a classy way to do that. I just thought that was a classy way to, you know, pay homage to your folks, man. So that was, and as a parent, that one just kind of. I hope my kid gives me a hidden validation in a form of whatever. in a form of whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they do, like that's the kind of, like, as a parent, I can only imagine. Had they ran that yet? I know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
For him one day, I might record
that's one of those, like, that's gonna be one of those family moments, man. That, you know, that, so off record, you know, you make sure you make that special. But
I want all my brothers to be there. One of them stay in Colorado.
That just that kind of talk, man. Just that kind of, like, but done TrigNO way. You know, it still flies, lines even in that. You know, it's wordplay even in those kind of songs. So that's just what the joints that I'm a fan of right now. But that's just like that's what makes locking in with Trig so dope, though. You don't know what you're gonna get content wise. You just know it's gonna be something real, something unique, and then, you know, the way he's just good with what he does, man. He writes great songs, so
for sure. Yeah. Definitely. Y'all got a favorite track?
Ricochet was my like one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Some of the lines on why I keep learning the same lessons on repeat is like,
Yeah.
the fuck you doing? Like, hey, yeah. That bar is like really,
It's hard to choose a favorite song because everything is like hits me a certain different way. Like the intro, the flip, that was amazing.
Oh my god, yeah, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
As soon as I heard that flip, I was like, oh, that's Sean for sure.
Yeah. Then I heard the tag, I was like,
And that's one thing I think you do well on all your albums because like I love a good intro because it sort of like sets the thesis for the rest of the project and like and maybe it's just because I'm biased because the heartfelt introduction we on there and and that was like a moment for me personally like so I love intros and I felt like to get a thesis and then the flip was like sort of foreshadowing. I'm trying to use big words, but I'm trying to help.
How to be fucking fun.
I'm trying to flex. Over here like a battle rapper.
Let me get some of that water.
But no, I just like how from the production and the content it foreshadows the rest of the album. And so and I also think that the transition from Fall In to Draw Until I Die is probably my favorite if I had to choose one. Just because that was a moment for me.
Shannon's Tears?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
that's what I officially shut it off.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be happy, nigga. What are you talking about? This nigga like, hey, let's do it. I tried.
And me, I sent it to him. I knew it, so I'm like, I know when you listen to it.
Yeah, I tried,
So Shannon, Shannon actually lost her father. She lost one of her closest friends. Her name's what's Amber's last name? But she was an activist in the community. I forgot, what was it? Amber Evans. Yeah, Amber Evans. So is Anna Amber Evans?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss
if I messed up the name,
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name, but I remember the time period. Yeah.
But yeah, she lost one of her closest friends, and I ain't hear from her for a long time. It was like that, you feel me? But it was like back to back, and I could tell when her father passed because I believe that was the last person that she said publicly passed. You could tell she kind of like was not numb to it, but she knew what to do. You feel me? And of course, everybody still cries and all of that. And then when I heard what she said, it was just like, dang, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Because I pretty much went through the same thing last year, and that was a breath of fresh air to hear. So I love and appreciate Shannon for that. Yesterday was actually her birthday too. So
Happy birthday. Yeah. That joint was fire. I'm stuck between three, and here's why.
Okay.
Until I Die. The production on that is my favorite on the album. The instrumentation, like I turned it on and immediately had the scrunch face, like and then Nickel and Diamonds because relating to the struggle. It fucked me up because a couple weeks ago I was just sitting, I stumbled across some old pay stubs from when I was in like college, just barely making it, just looking like, how the fuck was I eating off of this?
You wasn't.
Wing and a prayer, my nigga. Wing and a prayer. And that spoke to all of it. And then the last one was GRANNYCRIB. Because
that whole section.
That second, that GRANNYCRIB second verse might be
tore my fucking face off. I was just like, and I immediately put myself in that situation, and I'm thinking about my cousins and all the wild shit we would do. And it's funny because you don't know each other, but you all have the same experiences. Like, hey, don't go in Granny room. But if you go in Granny room, get 2 blankets, 2 pillows. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have somewhere to sleep, and then if you go to sleep, motherfuckers is up scheming, plotting, doing all kinds of wild shit, and Granny's house is home base.
Yeah.
And that's, you know what I'm saying?
Biggest
That's the safe place. You can make it there. Shit, cool.
Yeah.
It's crazy because my granny, she stay on Kenmore Square. So anybody who's been to Kenmore Square, you already know. Like,
Yeah.
certain times you gotta be there. Sometimes you just gotta stay in the house.
Yeah.
Like, and she was right next to that little area where everybody used to chill at. Like literally her apartment or whatever you call it. They call them condos.
Yeah.
But
Town hall.
right next to the shenanigans. So.
It's the best way to describe it, nigga.
I mean, it was different, but it was like nobody ever touched Granny Crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody came there, got a nice plate, a nice warm plate, and she was the nicest lady. Her and my grandpa, rest in peace to both. It was home base for sure.
Yeah.
So,
oh man.
Yeah. Then that third verse came in there pretty late. That third verse, I'm gonna tell that story one day.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell that story one day, cause it was not the whole story is true, but a lot of it is.
Okay.
You feel me? And people not. I'm gonna tell it one day.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Oh my god, if you want a deep dive, I know you got.
I got a couple notes.
Just a couple. What you breakdown?
Just a couple.
Bro, that shit crazy.
Yeah, journalist or not.
Right.
You brought up other ways to cry on this, man. What are some other ways you get those emotions out, and how did you really discover that? You know what I mean? Because I know you had to go through some real grief to get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much. Hip hop in general, really was my you feel me? Shout out to Dev. He gave me my first turntables. You feel me? And know what I'm saying, just being able to mess around with that. Some days I'll be like, man, I just need to hear some music. So I just spin on my turntables for 2 hours, and then I just sit there and get back to it. Dance, of course. That's it. And writing, of course. Journaling. I would talk to myself in the car. I would record it sometimes, and I'll talk to myself in the mirror. Sometimes you gotta tell yourself you're a good person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because people don't know the amount of space you hold for other people. And I think it's important that you at least let yourself know, nah, you did that, brother.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of that, a whole lot of that. So, yep, that was my way to cry. You know what I'm saying? Throughout everything, I probably only cried twice. But this been going on, stuff been going on for 2 years now. So, yeah.
Did you try to fight that grief off? No, I ain't sad. I'm good. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm not depressed or anything right now. Cry? I'm straight, man. I'm strong.
Honestly, man, I've been wanting to cry for a long time. I want to, I haven't had one of these in a minute, but I want to have a ugly cry, bro.
That Viola Davis cry.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just liquid coming out your face. You know.
Yeah. But honestly, I don't think it's gonna come until a super overwhelmingly amount of joy just hits me. I think that's when I'm gonna cry.
Opposite end of the spectrum.
Having had one of those recently, that's one of the best feelings in the world.
Yeah. The last time I had one of those was when I moved to California, and then my mom cried, and I hate seeing my mom cry. But she was proud of me though. You feel me? So I was just dang, and I was at the bus station just snotty, looking ugly. It was crazy.
Yeah, see your mom cry different, bro. It just hit.
Stop!
My dad sat there looking at me this nigga.
Now, Dev, what about you? Do you ever find beats that you find yourself, I don't want to say crying on, but end up is it a release for you as well, the same way some of his verses are?
Probably a little different for me, honestly. I mean, I just don't think it gets any more real than being putting words to how you feel.
Yeah.
I definitely think there are You know, obviously music just sets the mood though, so it's definitely things that I'll maybe sit down in a certain zone and be like, all right, this is where we going with it today. I'm in a darker mood, so darker sound, but outside of that, I don't think it's hard for me to put it on the same level, you know what I'm saying, as somebody literally putting a word, you know, putting word behind what they feeling. But I like to think it's all kind of one and the same in some ways, like the vibe is, you know,
for sure,
always this is gonna be what it's gonna be based off how you feeling. That's just what you gonna create when you get in there, you know.
Nah, yeah, I get that.
So what else you got written down over there?
Man, a couple things, bro. Oh, you putting pressure on me, bro. A couple bars on this second half. Reaching 30, still with no wife, no kids. Building your credit up. When did that switch on for you? You know what I mean? It was like, okay, now I kind of got to get this shit together.
When you met us, I was literally going through that that same day. Like, when you came over to, when we stayed at Mega Crib.
Yeah.
Came over there, we did that first podcast there with the Yeti mic on the table. Yeah, I was literally going through the same shit because, like, I realized I need to find a permanent crib but I couldn't because my credit was fucked up.
Yeah.
And so, like, to be able to hear that on this record, like, yeah, when was it for you where you realized, like, oh, shit.
I'm presently going through that shit now, too, because I had to get the new whip and shit, and I had no credit. One dealership walked me smooth about that motherfucker.
Salesman
nice co-sign, like, what you doing here type shit.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I mean, shoot, like, honestly, my brother, this happened, like, two certain situations kind of came together, and then it just made sense to me, but this was, like, maybe it was earlier last year. But my brother, he had been working on credit for a year at the time, and he already had credit, but he wasn't working on it. So he was like, "Hey man, you need to get with this credit union, and you need to start caring about yourself a little more." You know what I mean? About your credit. And I was like, "All right, bet. Well, shoot, what do I do?" And you know, I got with one of the people or whatever, and then it was a girl who I went on a date with, and her and I are still good friends to this day. She pretty much told me, she's like, yeah, I just because I told her I was building credit. You know, like at this time I was on dates, and moving forward as well when I go on dates or whatever, I'm honest with everybody. I tell them everything that's happened in the past, everything. I'm super honest. So I was like, yeah, I'm actually working on credit right now, building credit, and you know, blah blah blah. This is where I'm at so far. And then she's like, well, shoot, I got this. I've been going through this app, and they pretty much built me up like a lot of points. You feel me? So I was like, all right, well, shoot, let me shoot me the info. So this was recent. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, now I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? I can get a crib. Yeah, you feel me? I'm all right.
That's an achievement for
Yeah, so yeah, all of that just came in one setting, and then, you know, shout out to them.
Yeah, I'm working on that shit present day, man. I know it's about to
Yeah,
be
holla at me after the show.
For sure, because I've been talking to him. He helped me out a little bit. I got a good support system. That's really, like,
for sure,
critical in this credit shit, man. You really can't go in this shit by yourself. You really need some wisdom from people.
Learning about credit, you learn about how money actually works and
how it works here. These niggas be on bullshit. All the scam. I need fake money to get more money to owe y'all money. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
It's definitely a scam.
It's a scam, for sure.
But, you know, there's ways that you can get.
I want that shit to be like Black Mirror. Fuck me off of my personality. Buy a car because y'all like me.
I get this off vibes?
They did that. That's how them Ponzi schemes came
It was all vibes.
The whole Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. All vibes.
All vibes. It's all vibes. You right. That's a scam too.
You know what? You seem like a good brother. Go ahead and give you this Range Rover.
Yeah.
He will hunt that.
After that, they was like, cut it off.
Yeah,
show me the numbers.
No more vibe check. Background vibe checks would be great.
He got a new phone.
Yeah.
All that.
They shut all that shit off.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nobody don't call me no more. I just need this payment.
Oh, God. You said, let's say Ricochet. Oh, I'm talking Crocodile Tears. What I want to talk about, because LAMONTSTIERS. Then at the end of that is crazy too.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's his daughter, right? That he's talking about.
Yeah, that's my goddaughter now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the goddad. Lamont is a very important person in my life. Like when I was down bad, I was sleeping on his couch. When I was sad during those dark times, he was like, "Man, just come work with me real quick." You feel me? And let's chop it up. You feel me? So whatever, I don't ever have to ask Lamont to do anything, and it's the same for me too. Like I ain't gotta ask Lamont for nothing. That's my brother for real. Years. 10+ years.
It's important to have friends like that, bro. I just went and visited some of mine last weekend, and that was one of the things we was just chopping it up. Like, oh, you remember when whoop, 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 and whoop, 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 whoop? Because that's how I made it. Like, I wasn't making any money, so I hit the homie like, hey,
system,
I got ground beef. What y'all got down there? And we got spaghetti noodles and sauce, and we ain't got no ground beef. Bet. Bring that up here. We eat spaghetti tonight, nigga. There it is.
That's the real thing.
Oh, my goodness. See why I said this shit was a pick this nigga knew me and didn't know me. I was
That's
like,
what I'm hearing, man. Like it's just crazy to hear all this shit that's relatable. Let's see. That pure joy shit, that feeling, LAMONTSTIERS, that just comes from a child, man.
They have to look at that kids different now.
Yeah, bro. Just that outlook, because it really can shift your whole day. Just the kids smiling at you, but they don't understand what they're doing, like a baby. You know what I mean? Like you really don't understand. Has no idea, but it's changed my whole outlook.
This because they genuinely be excited to see you. There's no want behind it. There's no need behind it. It's just like, oh, you home, my nigga. Let's play. Let's play.
They don't give a fuck about what you just went through outside of there. They don't
None
care
of
about
that.
work. None of that.
And all the heavy shit that you had. When you see them and that smile, you like it ain't even that bad. It's gonna be alright, man. Sure. It's gonna be alright.
Has your goddaughter helped you with that too? I'm assuming with the.
I actually just met her for the first time.
Oh, for
The reason why is I always give like people time before I come and meet they. I mean, I know he's like, bro, come meet your goddaughter, but you know, like I gotta be consider it a wife. All of that, so you know, and just time. Niggas be busy, bro. Like,
niggas have lives,
feel me?
Man.
So, like she's a beautiful girl, and like she was just sitting there looking at me the whole time. Dang, I ain't ready to have one of my own. I got you though. For sure. That's my third one though. That's my third godchild. So, I got kids out here. They have got a daughter though. You know
okay. How's that helped you?
Oh man, the kids. I mean, like you saying, a kid, like they don't want nothing from you. Like they just want you. It puts everything that's important in perspective. Like you get around a kid, their scope of what's important is so small. Like
it's amazing to think about.
Yeah, like the things that are important to them, like really. It's minute things, but it's really all that matters at the same time. It's like all that matters is that attention that they want, that that time, that they just want to feel presence and they want to feel included in whatever you're doing. And that's for no other reason, just then you dad. Like I just want to spend some time with you. You know what I'm saying? So that have being able to raise my daughter has just been a dope gift because it's all that matters for real at the end of the day. It puts in perspective everything that matters, but then it just it's that driving force, keep you sane, keep you motivated to keep getting after it and everything. So it's work being a parent, but it's like no other reward like it for real.
It's a better job.
No other job like it.
He got a kid too, bro. He got a kid like a motherfucker.
I'm stuck. So like, me and my girlfriend, she has a kid, but we've been together for like 5. We just celebrated our 5-year anniversary.
What's up?
And so I'm realizing she has a son, but I'm realizing that like, and it sucks that, and it's funny. That's why I feel what you just said, like it helped, just because like I'm starting to. That's one of the roles I talked about that I need to like fully invest in. Because before it was like, nah, I'm not your dad type shit, but like I'm here. And so when I come home, that's all he's like, yeah, you're here. I don't care about what happened out there. Like let's chill. So like that's 7.
Yeah.
Word.
And you noticed he was 2. That's your fucking kid.
I've noticed since I was 2,
yeah,
but like
yeah.
we didn't. Me and my girl, like we were friends before we started dating.
Yeah.
So like I knew of him, but I didn't like he was.
Wasn't around.
Yeah. But now it's like we live together now, so it's more so like that's a role I've been shying away from, just because like I don't want it's a lot that comes with that.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
I've been doing it this whole time. Like we done traveled the world together at this point because we was talent and all that. So it's like, yeah, it's just one of the roles I need to fully divest in, and I see the rewards from it. Like it's yeah. Everything you just said, I'm like, yeah, that.
If I can offer a word, and
Please,
you might
please,
offer it.
please.
For real though, I feel like with a lot of things, like I think we as adults, like humans, like we overcomplicate things. Like maybe you might be feeling like I can't do this, or I can only do this up until a certain whatever. When like it's really you just gotta step in and be whatever your situation calls for, and ultimately whatever the child calls for. Like that's all you gotta be. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, not for nothing else. As long as everybody, mom, everybody on the same page with everything. Like you don't have to be extra. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
Or limit yourself. Like it's ways you can go above and beyond. Maybe what you're supposed to do as just whatever. Like fuck.
For me, I just make sure
Get the title. You know what I'm saying? What do you need to be in the moment?
But that's the he's caught up on the title. He's 7, so that's the part that fucked me up. It's like nah, but here you can still come to me for anything. Like I got you, like he do. So like if that's what makes you feel more comfortable with
and
me,
even that and titles and all that too. Just at the end of the day,
I love little homie.
At the end of the day, it's love, and he love you too. You feel me? And that's all that matters. Like how y'all got to this point and what your role and what you gonna call it. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Some of that a lot of times I feel like as adults, man, like we complicate a lot of things.
For sure. Yeah.
Stop running from it, nigga.
But love is complicated too. Going on one of his songs, you feel me?
Sure.
Love helps, love hurts.
Love comes easy. That's it,
so
right?
it's really like
Touche, my nigga. Touche.
Nice.
Candy pop.
That was nice.
But love is mad complicated. What went into that writing that song as far as like, cause it just feels like it's a lot there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that song, Dev had made a beat, like what do you call that? A video of him making a beat. So I don't even know what it's called.
What do you call
like,
that?
a beat recap or something like that.
Thoughts over 30.
A beat
YouTube?
recap.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
Post game.
He made a tic tac.
Be on Instagrams.
Yeah. Instagrams. Oh man, y'all niggas in these old jokes.
You old nigga, you 30, guy. You
old as fuck,
nigga. You look 30. But Dev had made one of those videos, and I was like, I need that one. So he sent it to me, and then pretty much love. I just was talking about the
Kick the shit out of right? I know. I was trying not to.
We tried to hold it.
That nigga can't look at it. This nigga trying to tiptoe and just got
Stubbed my toe like a motherfucker.
That was some real shit.
My bad. I'm just making sure everything's still.
Oh shit.
Nah, but pretty much on that one, I was just talking about the distances you're willing to go to for people that you love. Somebody mess up, do you forgive them?
Yeah.
What are you willing to do to keep your love? Do you really feel love? And then even my favorite line on there is fake love ain't love. No, that's hate love. So that's one of my favorite ones. It's like, it's not love if you can't say it's fake love. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's a contradiction in itself. So, that's pretty much it. Just talking about, how far are you willing to go for people you love or whatever you love. It doesn't even have to be people. It could be like something that you really care about that you do. You could be a journalist. Like,
right.
How far are you willing to go just to get or make this a living or, like I always say, or not I always say, but I was talking to Kara about this. She said, I take passion over effort any day. You know what I'm saying? So once you take passion, that means you really love it for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That is a bar.
And you'll put
That point, the effort come easy.
you know what I'm saying? Because some people do things effortless. You know, I saw a tweet the other day that said Kyrie treat the NBA like a warehouse job.
Yo,
That's facts.
So I was just like, at this point, this nigga just know how to hoop.
Yeah,
that's
You know what I'm saying? Not saying he
That's
don't love the
amazing.
game,
Yeah.
but just from the outside looking in, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
You feel me? But there was a time, and also he might know some things we don't know.
Yeah.
So I respect that, and I respect everything Kyrie does. But there was a point where he was just like in love with it. You feel me? Not saying he's not now, but you could tell that Kyrie was just like fully invested in going to the NBA, going to the next level.
Yeah.
So, you know, just like it doesn't have to only be about a significant other. It could be about the things that you actually love. But yeah, that's what love is about for real.
I like it.
So I done definitely cook for somebody knowing I can't cook.
It's
Love and do that shit.
That's a lot of shit you
love
do
to
for
like
love
manipulate you,
that'll
man.
get you out of
Like-
your comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's
because you
literally what I just talked about. Love
Yeah.
brought me there. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's crazy what love to take.
Yeah, I definitely did that too. I mean, yeah, I did that too.
No, man, you doing some shit.
some wild shit.
Yeah.
Wild
Well,
shit.
not too wild. Hold up.
I say it. Look.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, no.
if that's my thing. If I ain't willing to go there for you, then I don't really love you for real. Know what I'm saying? If there's a condition to it, then
It's not love.
yeah.
Very nice. I had a note here on the track, Read Your Mind. It gave me big 90s vibes. Did it do that for anybody else? Or
The
is that
way it
just
came
me?
in.
Yeah, exactly. That groove was hard as shit. I was
Like,
like,
I'm sitting there. Yep.
I catch a damn
Felt real
rapping on
dapper.
there.
yes. Yeah.
Went crazy.
Yeah, I said, oh, these motherfuckers, boy, you got me again.
The only rap feature on there.
That's what
that
it
90s, that swing on it. That's one of the older joints on the album. Like one of the ones that came about. Just different revisions and just kind of was always in the first batch of songs that we had that it's got like that 90s swing on it that like I just always like the pocket on there.
So if you had an
That was
album,
supposed to go
would that what your album would sound like?
Nah, not a whole album. But I mean that was just kind of just a nod to that. To me, for me, production wise, it's a kind of a different. I think it's a different. It wouldn't be. It's a different track for me. Like it's a different kind of a different pocket. So I just kind of a nod to that boom, that bap. You know what I'm saying? That 90s kind of that swing there. And then we was able to put a verse on it too. I'm like, if I'm gonna rap on something with you, Trig, I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to be something that like is definitely one of them joints that I feel strong about. Like that was always one of the ones that we kept coming back to. So
Yeah, he gonna have something to two-step on.
yeah.
He's gonna have something to two-step on.
Every trip.
Yeah.
But I like the content on that song too. You know what I mean? Because that's like some relatable shit too. Like,
That song was supposed to go on Identity.
So that's one's been around for a grip.
Okay.
It's been around for a grip.
Always gonna have something two steps.
Yeah, it's always gonna be
Something on there.
wrong shit. No.
And now that he at 30, I'm curious to see what's next for real.
Oh man, you have no idea.
Bet.
I'm here for it though. Another thing that I noticed on this project was I feel like there was more of you singing and harmonizing on this one than the previous projects.
For sure.
I like that because it was something. It was a new dynamic to, you know what I'm saying, as far as the complete project, but I feel like the songs that it came in heavy on increased the amount of relatability, and again, as a black man, you felt it a little more. Like I put it right there with like, you know, when Kid Cudi hum on a song, niggas just break down. Some of that where I was like, yeah, shit fire. I listen to this by myself so that way I could be vulnerable.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
You know they call me David Truffin.
Ain't nobody come to see you.
Hey man, at some point I wanna put out a whole R&B project, man. Cause
I remember you've talked about that on here before. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of them.
Honestly, in my head, I thought we was gonna be able to make this into that. But it was some. I mean, it was unescapable bars and the songs that lean more towards a rap vein. It's like people already know what Trig can do when it comes to putting words together. So that was my own personal mission for real, because I knew, just kind of know the work he's been putting in on the, you know, expanding the vocal range and just what he's able to do, like as far as a songwriter. So, you know, I definitely wanted to make sure some of that was showcased on this project, just because he been working so hard at it, and the growth in that sound it's like there, like them R&B joints, the joints that lean R&B, like he handling it, he doing the heavy lifting on his own. So it just lets you know that like the talent is there. Like
I think some of my favorite Trig songs are leaning more R&B, like Free Falling, Touch and Roll.
Yeah.
That's a bag we can get into. He can give you that, but he can give you symphonic and give you 3 minutes of straight bars and just be like, you know. So that to me, it's like he's kind of did that consistently over the last few like EPs and like projects that, you know, he put out. So being able to kind of showcase the other side of it too, that like just as strong as the bars are, like the songwriting, the harmonies. A lot of the songs you hear on there, I mean, we got some, you know, some background vocals there, you know, here and there, but a lot of everything, that's all Trig. That's all Trig. You know, harmony with the stuff like Layla Hathaway, harmonizing the whole nine, like, you know. So to be able to come, you know, both sides like that, it had the same level of care like he does with the bars on the melodic side too. Is, you know, that's what I wanted to make sure the world got a chance to see.
For sure, that makes the album feel like complete.
Yes, I was about to say it was complete. And you mentioned Symphonic. That was another one of my favorites, because I like that aggressive, I'm about to get on this track and talk that shit. Like, my favorite song of Trig's is The Greatest Freestyle from Spooky Track. Because he come on there like, let me show you niggas. Like, let me, excuse me, hand me this mic, y'all step the fuck back. So with Symphonic, I said, yeah, that's what I need. After crying, I need to.
That's why I love where it was placed.
Yes, at the end.
Yeah.
Like,
Dan made that call too.
Yeah, because it felt like an epilogue per se after going through that wide range of emotions. Like, nah, I'm still.
Don't get it twisted, nigga. I'm vulnerable, but I'm still him.
We definitely. I mean, and because it had been a second too, just since he you know, put something out there, and that's what I mean. People who love Trig love you love it. You love the range, but like, we gotta hear the bars too, like at some point. So, you know, we gotta make sure, you know, just. You post up in the corner, I'm gonna get it to you. we gonna put it together, you know what I'm saying, figure it out the right way, but, you know what I'm saying, try to get, you know, both sides of it.
That's fine. What you got written down?
Nigga, get out my notes.
Fucking share, bro.
You journal? These are my notes, nigga. I'm just chilling, man. Oh, shit. I like want to talk about Crocodile Tears, like just that song. Because I know what Crocodile Tears means, like the definition of it. And the song feels like, you know what I mean, you're just going through everything that is like, okay, no, I can get past that. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. But I don't really, like, fully understand. So what is that? I don't say what's that song about, because that song crazy.
What I got is what I tell you. I got like self-realization / coming to terms with decisions. Like it's like, all right,
okay, that's cool.
I did that.
Like, okay,
lesson learned. Type deal. Yeah, that's what I took from it.
Felt like. So pretty, you know, Crocodile Tears. We like put all them crocodile tears. So like, bro, I really couldn't cry. Like I was literally like, that's literally. I was not crying, you feel me? Then I finally did when I was writing this song. My homie Anthony was in the room with me because we didn't go to work that day. So he had pulled up right after I did, and I finished the second verse. And then, you know, I was just like, dang, I'm gonna just play it back to when I just couldn't cry at all. Like, and it was just like a small tear. It was just like, like, I ain't really cried. Yeah, I was just like, I ain't even cry for real. Like, this is crocodile tears, but nah, the stuff is in there is very much a real thing. You feel me? And you know, that's pretty much what it is. Just because the crocodile got is not crying because he's not sad or he's not sad or whatever. He's still got tears coming out of his eyes. You feel me? So. Yeah, but that was one of the first records that really kind of set the tone for the album. Like, oh, we about to lean in this direction. For me, at least. Yeah. So he put a mix on there, and we heard that. You actually made it at the lock-in, right? Did you make that at the lock-in, or what? Did you already have it?
I can't remember. It might have been in that tuck. The beat had been around for a second. I don't think I made it at the lock-in. But it might have, like, right before then, like around in that same time period. Yeah,
we had a formation lock-in in Toledo, and he had played it, and then I said, send it to me, and I just didn't mess with it until it was time. So, yeah.
It'll never be niggas dribbling basketballs. Be hot. Like, bro, I live here. I ain't never heard that, man. I ain't even know hoops close, nigga. What the fuck going on, man?
I'm trying to see which one didn't we Tell Me Lies.
I'm glad somebody talking about that record. We ain't talking about that.
Niggas was dancing around there.
One of my joints too. Yeah, probably on the top favorites off the album too.
What I wrote down was the vibes I got from it was like an escape from reality / avoiding dealing with life at the time. Like, just tell me all this shit ain't real. Tell me I ain't got to deal with it. Just fucking make it go away. I ain't got it right now. I ain't got it. Yeah.
Give me something else to believe in.
Yeah. I ain't got it right now.
It's like a triple entendre too, because it's like not saying intentionally. I'll let you speak for yourself, but I mean, it's also it's lines in there to me that can be applicable to, like, on some escapism. Like, I don't even want to know about it to say, like, damn, you telling me another lie? Like, damn, all right, like, I know you lying, so it's, you know, it maybe not a double, maybe not triple, double for sure. I'm trying to I'm supposed to hype my man up. I'm always putting a little sauce on it.
Like, you said the shit, and I had to think back, like, damn, maybe he did.
I was a nigga lying down.
Shit. I gotta listen to this bitch again. No.
I'm always gonna put a little extra sauce on it for bro, man.
But see, you fucked me up earlier with tears and
humidity. It might be there.
Tell me.
I thought I would come up with a third one before, you know. It probably is a third one.
Just been like, and y'all know the third one.
Niggas know.
It's gonna be like, I'd have been looking ugly and dead, like, I didn't.
That shit hard though.
Oh yeah.
I see it. For sure.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Get up, stand up. Oh shit.
Shut it down.
Wow.
This nigga crazy.
Oh man.
Crazy.
Tell Me Lies is a special record because, you know, like, I was having a hard week. You feel me? And then, you know, bro sent me a beat through. And at the time when I got it, I was at Tiffin University with Jay Rawls. And I kid you not, I was teaching dance. And, like, it was all this music was playing in the background. And I was like, writing a song like this though. And then, you know, when every time I ride with Jay Rawls, I don't never put headphones in my ears. You feel me? Because he's a DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He always playing something crazy. Last time we was listening to what was we listening to? High Tech's old beats from back in '93 on tape.
Oh shit.
Like on tape. So
Jesus.
I was like, oh yeah, and High Tech is like my third favorite, like top 3 favorite producers. So
For sure.
while that was going on, I was just like, I was listening to his music. I had headphones in my pocket too, but I remember just doing this still and riding this all black truck, still writing a song like that. And then I finally recorded it and I sent it to Dev. So that's a special record, man. And yeah, that's exactly what it is for real. And like Dev said, like that's, you know, and just with the lyrics, people know who I'm speaking to when I say it. So if you listen to it, like, you know I'm talking to you. So yeah, that's a special record for me, man. Real special record. Even the sonics on there, like sonically, it's just a crazy song. Like just the choice of the drums being how different they were than I'm normally used to making anything on. Like it just took me away immediately. You feel me? So I was just like, all right, yeah, this is one of the ones. And then, man, after the post production was just even crazier. Like I'm like, dang, he just took it to a whole new level. Like he put different stuff on here. And then Tell Me Lies is actually a crazy. Tell Me Lies is crazy, you know, just how it got built. It's just crazy. I'm not gonna say everything. But
it's good. The laughter lets me know it's some wild shit.
There was some shit happening.
It's just that shit. One. It's one of those.
We got it done. We got it done. Hey man, whatever y'all do, put your love into it. Man.
Yeah, there it is.
Put your love into it.
There it is.
When niggas say some shit like that again.
All I'll say, Trig is one of those, man, that like it's gotta be. When Triggs has a vision, and it's we gonna get it done. We gonna get it. He gonna get it done one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get it done one way or the other. That was one of those ones that took a couple minutes to get it right, but we got it right.
Sure.
We got it right.
Yeah, for sure. I want to say something crazy.
Which other one haven't we touched on? I enjoyed Kenmore Square, and I just wrote it down as like the Hood Tales. And based on like what you was telling me, like if you was sitting in your granny's window watching the shit happen across the street, all makes sense. It's all laid out,
Oh, shout out to Rizzo from Dreamcatchers too. And shout out to Steven Spotwood. Shout out to them. Steven played the strings on there. I wasn't there for that session. I wish I was. I don't think I ever met him before. I may have met him one time in the past, but I don't remember. But I'm familiar with his work.
He's busy,
Gets
that's what. Okay.
Yeah, he was on there crazy.
He gets very busy.
Rizzo played the bass on there. Rizzo plays bass on almost every Trig project for real. Me and Rizzo got records too that y'all gonna see at some point.
Who was there for what? Well, we seen.
Oh yeah.
I had to go to work. I was sick.
I still got footage.
I had to go to work.
I left early because I had to work early the next morning, and salty, I missed it.
Shit happened so fast.
It was so quick.
It happened so quick.
They made that beat in like 10 minutes.
Like
if
so
that.
fast, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Niggas were recording before I left for work. Recorded, so I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
30 minutes later, song done. Hook and verse.
Sometimes that's what it is.
And it was awesome watching the process like cook up like it. That's because I used to like the videos on YouTube with them in the studio just cooking up, watching people's reaction to beats like. So just being in the studio watching that habit was awesome.
Still like when Jay-Z heard the allure.
Or any Ryan Leslie video.
Was that what he called Pharrell or no?
Yeah.
Pharrell called him.
He was like,
he said, "You remember on
Carlito's Way?" Yep.
He's like, "That's your speech."
He was like, "Yeah,
goodbye."
I like the. I think it was when Timberland played "Dirt Off Your Shoulders" for him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The nigga stood up and like walked in and shit. Like, what up?
Yeah.
Those stories always always. I don't think I ever had a story like that.
Really?
Yeah, where it's just like. I just be like, oh, this is hard.
Like somebody never played nothing
like I'm instantly thinking like, what am I about to do to this?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I never been like. At least I don't think I have. I do be like, ooh, I do that real quick, but I'm thinking instantly like, all right, how we talking right here?
So you already work mode.
Yeah,
for sure.
You enjoy
like when I heard what beat was it? When I heard "Grace of God," I already knew that I knew exactly what I wanted to do to that song. Like I think I had the hook for "Grace of God" like 5 minutes after I heard it. I think we was in the studio with we was at Dev's house with Tay Fresh and Kara. We had all did a song together, and Dev started playing beats, and then once he played it, and then I was just like, oh yeah, I know I'm talking on there. I think I went and recorded it that night when I got back home, either that or the next day. But yeah, I knew exactly how I was gonna talk, but that's how it normally goes for me, for real. I already know what I'm about to do when I hear it.
Yeah. Did you ever hear any beats where you're just like, nah, I'm good, or?
Yeah, for sure. I won't say nothing. Yeah, unless it's like, if I'm in a rush or something, be like, go to the next one, but I don't think that's ever happened, actually. So I just lied to y'all. So, but yeah. So people have sent me beats, and I'll just be like, keep cooking, bro.
Nah, that video you put up that on Twitter was
dog,
when the nigga said you support, you just stared at you.
I'm about to put him on blast, bro. His name is Evan the Redhead.
Evan the Redhead. Okay.
Evan the Redhead.
I want to put him on blast.
Yeah, bro.
So,
cause he a weirdo. He did some weird stuff to some women in the community. So I'm like,
weird ass nigga.
Yeah, and he white too.
Bitch ass
Oh, so.
But yeah, he sent me that beat, and I was just like, what makes you think I would rap on it? I thought he was trolling or something. Like,
oh, was that bad?
Oh, you
I
ain't
don't
seen
know,
that,
like-
bro. That shit was hilarious, bro. I was crying.
yeah, bro. I'm like, dang, bro, that's not even funny. Like, it wasn't even. It was funny, but then like looking at it now, it's like, was this nigga trying to be funny or something? Like, was he? Why he send me that beat?
That sounded like he was trying to.
Because I heard his beats before. They're actually pretty decent. He like a Weird Al type rapper. But his beats still be hard though.
Okay.
Like, they still not. I don't even know if bro do music anymore or whatever. But nah, I had to put him on blast though, just because I don't rock with that. But you know, hopefully he gets better with his decision making. I'm heavy on that than putting him on blast.
For sure.
We gotta let the community know though. It's a weird ass nigga.
Mainly it was the beat. Don't send me no weird beat like that, bro.
That beat was so crazy, bro.
So the on that same song, Grace of God, Stock's Tears.
Yeah.
He said, I don't believe in God, I know God.
I know God.
And in the album on that, I felt like was
that's a word. That's a word, my nigga. That is a word.
Yeah, Stock. Me and Stock been cool for a minute. Stock is actually an MC, and he's in the same group as Mick Jenkins, Free Nation.
He follow us actually. Stock Marley.
Stock Marley.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stock is very much plugged in, but very humble. Besides him being plugged in, he just a real nigga, bro. Like, that's one of the realest niggas I know. He'll pull up and talk to you for hours about just getting better, about the difference between life and death. And I'm gonna tell y'all what makes that story even more special is because he actually almost lost his life. Like, he had a disease where he had to get like a bunch of surgeries. Like, we ain't hear from Stock for months, maybe even a year. And you know, the lady, I think it was an Asian doctor or something like that, when he told me the story, she was like, yeah, let's because they was about to give up on him, I believe. And she's like, nah, let's work on this. And then, you know, he they got him together, and he's in good health. He had long hair. He ended up cutting it just because it's like new birth of, you know, he was close to death now. And he was talking about death in his verses a lot when we was doing music and stuff like that, and when he was doing music on his own. But just to hear him say the stuff that he said just showed his appreciation for life.
It resonates differently knowing that too. Like that,
And then just knowing that you almost died, like you were in a coma for months, you know, just, you know, being fed food through a tube and different things like that. Like, you would listen to somebody if they told you they know God. You know what I'm saying? That just makes more sense. You feel me? So when he said that, it was just like, ugh. When he sent it to me, I was like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Normally I hit him up for a verse, but, you know, that's all I needed for real. Like, I needed him to pour into the people as much as he pours into me.
I got you.
For sure.
I got you.
He
Shout out
poured
to
on
Stock.
Yeah, because it's different. Believing in no.
Yeah.
And the way he said it confidently, no. Like, that's, I can't help but to feel it.
Yeah.
Even more of a message in there too is like, we are not what we ingest. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the TV, the movies, and the music and stuff. Like, we're a completely different person that we gotta really like separate.
Yeah, who are you really?
Yeah.
Instead of identifying yourself through these different things.
Right.
Yeah. Even when he said, "Do the people I love know that I love them?"
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, if he was to leave this earth, he wouldn't be able to have those thoughts, and he wouldn't know. He wouldn't have that closure.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
I like that because as black men, we don't really say that enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that was that hit too. Like, you got to start vocalizing that to make sure that people know, and not just assume that through your actions people know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Make it weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mild weird. Mild.
I love y'all niggas.
Yes. Yeah. Just don't just prolong eye contact. That's too far.
I love y'all niggas.
Don't blink.
Eyes dry. But no, that's really important though to the people. Like, yeah, and that's one thing for sure. This album forced me to think about. Okay, it's like I do this, but like, how do I make sure that people know that I love them?
Mm-hmm.
I can say it, and hopefully they know. But like, that's different than making them know.
Yeah, for sure.
Making them feel like they believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you can see that effect long term for sure. Man, love this album.
Man, we appreciate y'all for even, you know, taking y'all's time out to listen to it in its entirety too. Like, I love all the questions y'all been asking so far. So.
For sure. I want to dive in because, like, yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I got a question.
What's up?
Is this the best Trig album?
For the timeline that it hit me in, yeah. I've never had an album like that did that. Book of Soul made me cry.
Yeah, that was a crazy one.
But
yeah.
that, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
besides that, this is like the one where I knew to turn it off for a second. I was like, bro, I gotta give me a couple days, bro. Like, hold on, this is not what I thought it was gonna be.
Probably gonna listen to that on the way home.
Jesus.
That's me right home.
Yeah, that whole control system.
Yeah. That's cool for the ride home.
Yeah, I love that album. Bro.
It's a great album. That's his best album.
Damn.
Sure. Yeah, easy words, like.
This is tough for me, and I'm tell you why it's tough for me, because every one of your projects I fuck with on a heavy basis, and like it was Identity, then it was the Spooky tape, then it was what was the one last year?
Right
Just Do was literally in my top 5 on Apple. Out of all the shit, I'm like, no, I'm going back to this one because it's some shit on here that I'm fucking with. But this one hit me in a way, and I feel this one in a way differently than I did with those other ones. Those other 3, you were incredible lyrically, but this one, the connection, like man to man, is different. Pause if need be. is different as far as like from the intro to the outro, the very last track. It's just there's a level of completeness to it that
See, I don't know, because it's all, for me, like, music is always time and place, and so like you always drop music right around the time when I need to hear it. Like, like the heartfelt introduction, like I heard that when I needed to hear it.
Yeah.
Call him, we got hype over it. Like, but when I first heard Foresight, called this thing, we got hype for it when we had the interview. Like, so like, and that was like pivotal for our podcast. And then you drop Right Just Do It. I was literally over in Thailand about to fly home on a 24-hour flight. So like that, I associate music with the times, and that's what I was listening to.
That's hard.
And so like this one hits me, and it's like a culmination of all of those, because I hear Spooky Tape on it, I hear Identity on it, and so like it's I don't know if it's, I don't know if I would say it's best for me right now yet, for sure, because it's all new Trick, but it's all time and place for me, and they've all been great in that monumental points in my life. It's hard for me to call.
Yeah.
Because like
this shit hit me right where it's supposed to hit me. You know what I mean? And that's what it was like.
Because I even told you
if you saw me in the car, this nigga called me like, you sound like, hell nah, nigga.
When we got here today, I looked at that nigga like, did you make it through the whole
Like,
thing?
yeah,
and he was like,
fight, nigga.
Because I knew there was a couple songs on there where I teared up. I was like, I know Def crying. I know that nigga crying.
Bad.
when you said to tell me I listened to the first 3 songs, I was like, yep, he's about to cry.
They like, I fought that shit off like for the first day, and shit shit happened. I played 2K and tell these niggas. I was like, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not even going to think about escapism to the fullest. This album, there's no escaping. Like,
don't run.
Yes.
Don't run.
In your face. Nigga like, yeah, you sad.
That's what's up though. Good art's supposed to make you feel something, man.
Sure.
It's supposed to make you feel something. Like that's the kind of the whole heal chill thing. Like, man, if you ain't getting up and like trying to move or like nodding your head when you throw some more stuff on, like I at least want you to be in the mind frame where you like dissecting it and like, damn, okay, ooh, all right, like and feeling wherever we going with it. Like I want you to connect on that level.
You know, like she said on the first interlude, tears are basically like a product of the transition into like a new normal. So it's like, for sure.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
That one, I'm like,
she said exactly what she needed to say.
I ran the whole song back just so I could hear that part just again. And then the way you transition the beat, I wanted to mention that too. The production underneath her vocals on there, the way it transitioned to the next song, it was like that rush that she was talking about. Like, you felt that.
Appreciate it, man.
And I feel like that was the art that like I wanted to highlight for sure because that made me into like from that point on I dove into the album.
Appreciate you saying that, man. It's them kind of things is the when you talk about putting together a project, like that's kind of the stuff that we really sit back and try to like really figure out how it's gonna go. Like this one, even I mean, because I mean, obviously, Tears is the whole thing, but it's not like I mean, it's a concept project, but I don't know. For me, it's hard to call it a concept because it's really just life on. It's really just life. Like, ain't really a whole lot to it, but in terms of like putting it together, it's still making sure it's like a journey for people to listen to. You know, it's those little things that we, you know what I'm saying, take a lot of time to kind of hammer away and figure out. So. Y'all picking up on it and appreciating it.
Yeah, I think that's probably the reason "Drown Until I Die" was like my favorite song, just because that like the beat throws you into the rest of the album, and it's like, oh shit.
Bro, listening to "Drown Until I Die" and looking at the cover is crazy. Like, y'all, if y'all haven't done that yet, do that.
Oh, for sure. Like
it's like
it's an immersive experience for sure.
Yeah, man. Kara really snapped on the cover. Like she captured like those songs really well, and. Until I Die, just like that just looks like the cover to me personally. I'm like, dang. So yeah, man.
So thank you
for sure.
Thank y'all for real.
Listeners, this shit crazy. I'm going to tell you that right now. Where can they find it, fam?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So right now it's exclusively on Bandcamp, man. We trying to get our bread. You feel me? So, on top of getting our bread, you know, everybody who came to the listening party, everybody who came to and bought an album, all of that money goes into the visuals, all of that goes to the promo, and all of that. Like, we trying to really do what we can. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give a big thank you to everybody for purchasing this album. Like, I ain't never got this much love off of first week that I can remember. You feel me? So just off of like a text, whatever, like just donation or not even donation, just purchasing the album, what the donations at the listening party. It's just been crazy. Like it's been insane, and all of y'all are funding everything that's about to come out. So there's gonna be visuals. Alone in My Room is gonna have a video.
It's gonna be fire.
That's gonna be fire.
It definitely is. I got some plans.
Who directed? You directed?
Come on, man.
Okay,
man.
Okay, all right.
I wish I want to tell y'all the concept of it, but I want y'all to kind of see it.
Okay, all right. That's cool. I
will say this. It's based off of one of my favorite movies ever.
I'm here for it.
Okay. Yeah. So I will say that, but not completely like part for part or scene for scene. But there's a couple of scenes. It's like, oh, okay, I know what that's from. You feel me? If you love
90s or
movies,
2000s. Can I ask that?
Is it early 2000s?
Because that's gonna be the the game changer.
It's either late 90s or early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, man, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Top 3.
Okay.
The Matrix is first. I just want to put that out there.
Oh,
it's
for real? The first one?
The Matrix is the best movie ever.
There's a lot of good movies out there.
Have y'all ever seen a movie as layered as The Matrix?
Interstellar.
It's not as layered as The Matrix.
Yes. Bro, you feel me? That shit got out there, man.
Tenet?
Tenet.
What y'all did watch?
Anything Christopher Nolan? No, that's not going.
The movie for Alone in My Room is directed by Christopher Nolan.
Oh, hold on. I'll wait till
Don't.
I know all them shit.
You know what movie it is? You think you know?
I bet I do.
All right, bet.
No, I'm thinking of it.
Bet.
Yeah, especially you just gave it the time period. Hell yeah, I know exactly what it is.
All right,
I'll
bet.
wait though. But I could be wrong. But at the time, yeah, for sure.
Bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go to Bandcamp.
It's definitely his best.
Bandcamp for them.
Link in the bio.
Tell your friends to go to Bandcamp.
TrigNO.bandcamp.com. TIERS is the name of the album, TEAHS, and 16 songs on there. Like Dev says, it's music you can heal to, it's music you can chill to. Like I say, it's an answered cry for help. Purchase the album. Can't tell you when it'll be on the digital streaming platforms just yet, but you will definitely know when it's coming on there. Everybody will know. It'll be a whole release again. I promise you. So yeah, like this album is special to me. This album is special to Dev, and I want to make it special for everybody else. I want everybody to feel like everything that you're supposed to feel. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to cry, laugh, and get something out of it, and be able to pass this record down to whoever needs to hear it under you. And
Are we gonna get this on vinyl? Because this would look hard on vinyl.
Oh man.
Or
Hold on, let me clear something else up too while we talking about vinyls.
Are we talking about identity vinyl?
Nah, so the people who purchased the Righteous Do vinyl, it is no longer in my hands. Me and Soup, Soup emailed the guy to get them done, and if he can't get them done in a certain amount of time, we will send everybody their money back. So I'm just letting everybody know that. I'm not. I ain't taking nobody. I haven't seen that money either, so it's just like I'm saying that because we have to use that to pay for that. So that I didn't take anybody's bread. Soup didn't take anybody's bread, and we're just trying to make sure everything is done right. And if we can't get it to y'all at a decent time, then we're just gonna have to send y'all's money back. And I appreciate y'all for even considering copping a vinyl anyways, because I don't even have a vinyl, you feel me? Like, I don't have no vinyls in the crib. I'm really naked out here for real. So as far as this one goes, you never know, man.
I'm just saying, because that cover hard though, especially though when I know now he this and identity on vinyl.
Yeah, you never know, man. I might mess around and I don't want to say too much.
That's what's up, man. We got any parting shots before we let the people go, man?
No, chill. Get your credit right, bro. Get your credit together, bro.
That's real spill.
Drop a couple tears if you need to. You know what I mean? It's worth it. Cool. Find another way to cry if you need to. You feel me? Like this.
Hug your parents.
Man.
Hug your parents. Uncomfortable.
Make things weird.
Make things weird.
Yeah, with them you can. Yeah.
Nah, because that's one of the things. One of my goals again for this year is to make things weird. Like, and this album was confirmation of like it was. We already talked about it. It's dope. I need this. I need this. Thank y'all for
glad
this.
you took something from it, man. Glad y'all appreciate y'all tapping in and feeling something from it.
Before we go, where can the people find you?
Man, I'm around, man. I'm around, man. I'm in and out of the social media thing, man. I'm admittedly I pop up and I show face, but wonderful music. The #1 DERFUMUSICK on Instagram. Dev Draper at Twitter and DevDraper.com coming soon.
Hey, all right.
Trig, you give them the socials?
Yeah, my social security.
Oh, hold up, wait.
Let me get some of that credit.
Well, you said holla at him.
Nah, man, my Trade Nostalgia, everything, man. And yeah, hit the link in the bio. Just see the link tree. Link tree is just so It's free and it's just easier.
We got one.
One place, yeah.
Yeah, so
We do?
Yeah, we got one. Yeah, we
No, this nigga don't be telling us nothing. No, he tell us everything. We just don't listen.
We do. It's brought to you by Audible. Audible trials. Listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
Link also in the bio.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. But
Which I gotta talk to you about that after.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and Google me too.
Oh shit.
You want to say that? Yeah,
Yeah, he got
Google me.
articles.
Google.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
You don't do research.
Yeah. Don't Google me, man.
Public court records.
Yeah, chill.
Defending.
Relax. All right, y'all.
And just like that, we gone.
What did y'all have?